Welcome everyone to another startup and automobile documentation. What we're looking at today is a 2020 Ram 3500 Bighorn Crew Cab. This exterior color is known as Delmonico Red Pearl Coat. On the key fob you have the buttons for lock, unlock, remote start, and panic. The front door panels have storage areas with bottle holders, and you have power windows, locks, and mirrors, along with power folding mirrors. It has a two-tone black and diesel gray interior with cloth seating surfaces. It does have a fully powered driver's seat with two-way power lumbar support, and the front passenger seat is manually adjusted. But now that we're behind the wheel, let's go ahead and start up that 6.7 Cummins, and have push button ignition. The Ram pickup, formerly known as the Dodge Ram, dates back to 1981 when the first generation debuted as a refreshed Dodge D-Series. It has since become extremely popular, and it has proven to be a formidable competitor to the trucks from Ford and GM. The Ram pickup line is currently in its 5th generation. For 2019, the Ram lineup was redesigned, with the then all-new Ram 1500 entering the model into its 5th generation. However, while the heavy-duty Rams were heavily redesigned for 2019 as well, with a brand new frame, modern interior, and plenty of technology upgrades, they actually retain the same basic cab and bed design from the outgoing 4th generation Ram. Hence, 2019 and up Ram HDs are considered 4.5 generation trucks, and not 5th gen trucks like the 2019 and up Ram 1500, which got their own brand new cab. Likewise, the true 5th gen Ram 1500s come in quad cab and crew cab body styles, while the 4.5 gen Ram heavy duties like this one come in regular, crew, and mega cabs like the outgoing 4th gen Rams. Trim levels for the 2020 Ram HD range from the base Tradesman all the way up to the loaded out Limited. Engine options for the 1-ton Ram 3500 included a 6.4-liter Hemi gas V8, the standard output 6.7-liter Cummins turbo diesel inline 6, and a high output version of the 6.7 Cummins, which this truck does have. The high output Cummins is paired to a heavy-duty Aisin 6-speed automatic transmission. Rear-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive were of course your drivetrain options. So in the instrument cluster, as for gauges, we have our tachometer, speedometer, fuel gauge, diesel exhaust fluid gauge, temperature gauge, and oil pressure gauge. Then there's also a digital info display, which can be gone through via these controls on the steering wheel. So you have your main menus. Right now is just your digital speedometer, go between miles and kilometers. Then under vehicle info, we got lots of stuff: tire pressure, coolant temp, transmission temp, oil pressure. As you can see, quite a lot of stuff here. Nice info to be able to monitor. Fuel economy info, trip computers, trailer towing info, and then screen setup, see if you have more stuff. It has a 4-spoke design, heated, leather-wrapped, and multifunctional steering wheel. And as for controls, on this side you'll find your information display controls along with your voice command button and Bluetooth control. Then on this side you'll find your cruise controls and your manual gear shifting buttons. Steering wheel is tilt only. The parking brake is hand operated. You have your panel dimmer, exterior lighting switch with your fogs. Both A-pillars have grab handles. You have your climate vent for the driver. On this side is your high beam, turn signal, and a wiper stalk. And on this side is your column-mounted gear shifter. Entering reverse does reveal a backup camera with guidance lines. Going down the center of the interior, you have a little storage tray up top with a 12-volt power outlet. You have your central climate vents, and here is your touchscreen UConnect infotainment system, which we'll go over more in a bit. You also have your physical volume power tuning knobs, turn the screen off, and then your mute, hazard light switch, traction control. Push button ignition's right here, and you have your 4-wheel drive controls. You have 2-wheel drive, 4 high and 4 low, along with neutral. So right here you have your single zone manual climate controls, and it's actually very simple. You have just 3 dials, your fan speed, temperature, different zones, and then the buttons for recirculation, AC, and rear defrost. And then up above that you have the controls for your 3-stage heated front seats and your heated steering wheel. You have your trailer brake controller, you have your tow haul mode, exhaust brake control, and this is the button to adjust the ride height of the rear suspension, because this does have air suspension, of course corresponding with your trailer towing. You have 2 USB-A and 2 USB-C ports along with an aux port, a large storage area with coin holders, storage here. Now it does have a bench seat, so you can sit 3 people across, 6 in total. Fold this up to reveal some storage, and then fold the center seat back down to reveal a large center console. You have 3 cup holders, and then inside there, more coin holders, more storage, and a USB port. You have upper and lower glove boxes. The lower one is lockable. Both sun visors have vanity mirrors and lights. The driver's one also has your garage home link controls. You have an auto-dimming rear view, and on your overhead console, you have your reading lights and your sunglass holder. Alright, and here is the touchscreen infotainment system in this 2020 Ram 3500 Bighorn. Now there is a larger screen that you can get in the higher trim levels like your Laramies and that kind of stuff, but nonetheless, even this screen, it's very responsive, very intuitive. I love using this. So you have your AM, FM, and Sirius XM, your Bluetooth capabilities as well, everything you'd expect from a modern vehicle. Then you have your sound settings, equalizer, that kind of stuff. But then under media, again, your Bluetooth pairing, USB ports, and your phone. UConnect apps is kind of interesting with these systems. It's kind of weird because it just takes you to a bunch of stuff that you already have buttons for. Kind of redundant stuff. But nonetheless, you can go to your heated seats and heated steering wheel. You can activate them via the screen in addition to the physical buttons, where in older Chrysler vehicles it used to be the only way to do the heated seats and that kind of stuff was through the screen, but now they at least give you physical buttons below the screen. And then your compass right here. No navigation map, as far as I know, this being the mid-range trim level. But honestly, having the heated seats and the heated steering wheel, I think that in itself makes a world of difference. But I love this. You can bring up the backup camera if you're not in reverse. And you even have another camera. You can just be looking right down at the back bumper, which is really awesome if you're trying to line up a trailer. And it's very, very clear picture. And then to the controls here, have your bed lowering, and then takes you to your settings is here as well. But again, it's just a very intuitive screen. I like the setup in this Bighorn trim level with the power driver seat. You get your heated seats, again, heated steering wheel. Not loaded out completely, but you have those few extra creature comforts that I think make quite the big difference.
But now we'll roll down the driver's window and have a look at the engine bay. Both front windows are fully automatic.
This truck rides on 17-inch chrome-clad steel rims.
I just love the look of a one-ton dually truck. Looks like a real beast. These widened fenders, widened track. This one I love how it's all chromed out as well.
Powering this truck is the 1-ton Ram's top engine for 2020, which is the high-output Cummins ISB 6.7-liter turbo diesel inline-6. It's a pushrod engine with an iron block and head, 4 valves per cylinder, and high-pressure common rail injection. Horsepower is rated at 400 at 2,800 RPM, and torque is rated at 1,000 pound-feet at 1,356 RPM. This engine is paired to an Aisin 6-speed automatic transmission with a manual mode. This Ram does have 4-wheel drive. Running on diesel fuel, this truck does have the optional 50-gallon fuel tank. It has a solid front axle with coil springs and a solid rear axle with leaf springs. This one is also equipped with the auto-level rear air suspension. 4-wheel disc brakes are standard. A truck equipped like the one in this video can tow up to 34,110 pounds and haul a payload of up to 5,590 pounds. Very impressive for sure.
The fuel cap is on the driver's side. Multiple storage areas on the back door panels. You can also fold up the back seats. You also have storage below the seats. Both front seats have mat pockets on the backs, grab handles on both the B-pillars, coat hooks at the back. Find a storage area, and you also have your own rear climate vents. 2 cup holders down here. Then you get a folding center armrest with 2 more cup holders. Then as for space back here, I'm about 6'1". The driver's seat's in a pretty comfortable driving position. It's obviously a very spacious back seat. I mean, it's a full-size 1-ton truck, crew cab. I wouldn't expect anything less. I mean, headroom is excellent, legroom is excellent. This thing is road trip ready in terms of space back here. Now, it's not going to be like a Laramie where you get nice leather and heated back seats, but it's still a pretty comfortable back seat. And this isn't even the mega cab. Like the mega cab, you can even recline the seat backs. But even this crew cab, it's just a very spacious interior, which you would expect from buying a truck like this. And I mean, it's a dually, get that gooseneck set up, toe and fifth wheels. This thing is extremely capable.
3500 crew cabs with the dually setup come with an 8-foot bed.
And you even got a spray-in bed liner to top it all off. Anyhow, thanks for checking out this tour of this 2020 Ram 3500. And as always, stay on the lookout for future tours.